Hey there, this is Sam from from the Fiverr. I do business as Monitor Line. So just making this video as per our messages. Let me go through this stuff we discussed. Yeah, so this is what you sent me. Essentially, this EA setup is, I think, two or three parts. So this is the first part. Here, basically what they are saying is they have given you four set files, which are nothing but settings. There will be one EA file and possibly some DLL files as well. Um, so what they're asking here to do is um, just set up these files on your MT5, right? So to kind of simulate this, I've created one zip file, assuming that you got all the information in a zip file. This zip file actually, once you extract, will have one EA file. Again, this is all sample, just took whatever I had, and four set files. That's what I assume as per this will be there. So I'm gonna demonstrate how to go about this on my laptop, and you will have to do the same thing on your VPS. Okay, so first thing is on your VPS you have to install a MT5. I'm going to assume that this is already done. Then you have to open the MT5, and if you haven't logged in, log into your account. So you said you have created a live account, so account number, password, and the server. Once you log in, you will be taken to some screen. Some charts will open up automatically, new account registration email and all that. What you need to go to is the navigator window. So once you click here, the navigator, sometimes it's open by default, sometimes it's not. In navigator, you should see indicator, expert advisor, and all that. Okay. So assuming that you have extracted the files somewhere on your machine, the next thing you need to do is go to File, Open Data Folder. Okay, so just open the data folder. Under data folder, you will have MQL5. So there are three different types of files you may have. One is the expert file, which goes in this folder. So the expert file is typically your ex5 file. In my case, I'm gonna just pick this one since I don't have your actual one. So just copy and experts and paste. So you got that file. Now go back to the MQL file folder. Now the next one is your presets. So if you have four presets that they have given you, just copy them and put those in the presets folder. So paste, right? Now, if they have also given you a DLL file, which is not here in my example, just copy that DLL file, go back to MQL4 and put that in the libraries folder. Okay. Now, once this is done, you can close the folder, go back to your MT5, right? Now, once you have copied all the files, first thing you will see is if you refresh the new EA, okay? Now, the preset files you will not see here. So what they're asking you to do next is ignore this part first. They're saying there are four set files for four strategies. So one file per chart, right? So next thing you have to do is open four charts. These four charts can be in my opinion, can be same currency or different currency, doesn't matter, but they are saying 4 separate charts. Okay. It also doesn't seem like they have specified the time frame. So I'm going to add it on H1 time frame. Okay. Now, once you have opened 4 charts, let's arrange it like this. Let's say that you already have some other EAs, which I doubted because you're saying you're doing this for the first time. So this whole thing about magic numbers, you can ignore. If you don't have any other EAs, then you can ignore this part. What they're saying is, once you start loading the EA, there will be a field on the input parameter. So let me show you like this. Let's say I'm going to add this one here, and I'm going to load one of the presets here, right? So once I start adding, I'm going to have to go to load, and it will take you to the presets folder where you just copied. So let's say I'm going to copy this one, right? And it copied all the settings. One of these settings will talk about or will be a magic number. Like here, it's like magic list, but you may have something like a singular number, like magic number. And what they're saying is each preset will have a different number. 111, 222, 333, like that. So they're saying make sure the numbers are different, and they're saying if you already had any other EAs running, then those numbers should not overlap with those other EAs. So this magic number is basically a unique identifier. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want. You can put 3, 4, 5, 6 or 9, 9, 9, whatever you want. All they are saying is the 4 charts should have 4 unique numbers. Okay, that's the first thing, right? So let me go ahead and add one here. Go here, load the first preset, click OK. Then I'm going to add to the second chart, load the second preset, and click OK. That's all I'm going to do on 4 charts. So 4 charts, 4 presets are loaded, right? The other thing that they are saying in the end is looks like in the preset itself, like when you try to add the EA, right? It's going to have one of the fields that will say strategy. And they're saying that when you're loading the preset called normal preset, make sure the strategy field is also set to normal. So the field on the preset needs to match with the preset you're using. That seems like an important step. Okay. And never use tester mode because you're on the live account, you're gonna run on the live site, it seems, right? So that's what they're saying, take care of these two. Um, Now, there seems like they will have a DLL, and I already told you how to include a DLL. And it looks like one of the input fields will be a URL. So they are saying, like here, when you try to add it, the preset, right? One of the fields seems like there's going to be a URL. So they are saying, make sure this is the URL you put in there. Okay. I did not get this photo, so I don't know what this photo is talking about. But what they are saying next is make a template. Okay, this is, in my opinion, okay. I mean, it's fine. It's a good suggestion um, because over the weekend, let's say your VPS goes down for maintenance and you have to restart your MetaTrader 5, then you don't have to go through all of this. So for that, what they're saying is create a template for each. So let's say these are the 4 charts with 4 presets. You just right click on each chart, go to template and save template. Okay, and give it a name. When they are saying give the same name as the strategy. I think I read that. Yeah, change the name of the template with the same name of the set file. So you will give here in my example set 1 example, and save this as a template. So what happens is next time when you open, and let's say your chart is not there and you have to add that whole thing again, then you can just, open the new chart, which is this one, AUD USD, right click, template, and just say load template. This way it brings up everything back. So you don't have to go through this whole setup again. Okay, that's all they are saying. Okay. Yeah, so I think they're saying check your GMT time, and there seems like there is a field again on the input somewhere to kind of either give an offset from GMT or whatever. So I'm in the Eastern time in US. So for me, GMT is um, 5 hours ahead of me. It's 11:06 in the morning here on Monday, and GMT is 4:06. So 5 hours. So it looks to me they're asking you to check this because once you check this, um, one of the fields may be asking you to input, like these are all sample fields from my EA, but yours may have a field that says offset in hours or seconds from GMT. And that is important, I think, for the news filter to work properly. Okay, so that's the next step. Um, Set files don't change anything. That's fine. This is fine. Now the last part is the suffix. So same thing. If you go to the market watch window, you will see in CoinX, this is a CoinX account, I have normal charts like AUDCAD, AUDCHF. Some brokers have AUDCADX or AUDCHFM or dot dot dot, something appended at the end of the chart, that's called a suffix, right? So what they are saying here is check if there is a suffix or a prefix or whatever it is and put that in the field. So again, the same thing. Um, One of the input parameters may be asking you to choose the suffix or a prefix, and whatever, depending on your broker, you have to put it. If you have charts like this, then you don't need to put anything. Okay, just leave it blank. Okay, now the next, here they are warning, and I don't really like this. This is going to kill your VPS no matter how strong the VPS is, but looks like this is a professional EA, so I'll let you go through this experience. There's nothing for you to do. All they are saying is, don't run anything else on the VPS. That's fine. Um, there is a set risk percentage already given. So they are saying concerning the risk, this is all. Again, another field they're explaining how to set it up if you want to change something. Same thing here, another field they're talking about. Now, this is a regular warning they have to issue as per the law. This past performance is not indicative of the future gains, whatever. But they are saying this EA worked well in the Brexit, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Contact them. This is fine. Okay. And the installation, they are saying get the BPS like this. If this is the amount of load this EA is going to put on the VPS, I would say go for an even bigger one. But try with this and let's see. So that's about it. Um, I will give few other indications or tricks and tips. Make sure that you have this algo trading turned on, otherwise the EA will not work. And when you add the EA, right, if the EA is working with DLL files, you'll see one more tab here. But in my case, the EA doesn't need DLL files, so it just has two. Here, sorry, not a tab. You'll see additional info like allow DLL imports and all that. So check all those check boxes and make sure you have this one checked, allow algo trading. Okay, because without this, it's not gonna, yeah, it's not gonna work. So both these need to be checked. First, this one, and the second is this. Okay, And the last tip I will give you is just save a profile. Once everything is set up, just save as and give it some name. The the advantage of this is once you start, you can just load the profile and the whole thing will come up the way you had set up. Okay? So that is what they are asking you to do. Hopefully this video will help you. If any questions, let me know. Thanks.